I first want to mention that court order that you just talked about. We just got word that that court hearing is actually at 11:30 this morning. Lawyers on behalf of Occupy Wall Street protesters are saying essentially, and they will go into court and argue that these protesters, these demonstrators should be allowed back into Zuccotti Park with their sleeping bags and their tents. The mayor had said that while they have closed it for now, they will be reopening it after they cleaned the whole thing. But tents will be banned. So that is the court order that you were just talking about. This has been going on for nearly 2 months, though. The mayor says he has been tolerant, but that this has become absolutely unlivable, unsanitary, and unacceptable. Dozens of people who refused to leave overnight were arrested. In fact, up to 100 now, including several who actually chained themselves together or to trees using bike locks. City officials warned the demonstrators the park was being cleared and restored, and those who did not leave would face arrest. Now, as officers moved in and they began tearing down the tents, the protesters rallied around an area known as the Kitchen. That's near the middle of the park. They began putting up makeshift barricades with tables and pieces of scrap wood. The protesters, about 200 of whom had been staying in the park overnight, initially resisted with chants of whose park? Our park. Well, get this. They don't own the park, Brookfield Properties does. That's the actual owner of Zuccotti Park. They had asked the city to actually help them clear the park, which had been occupied since September 17th, and want to go ahead and throw to a quick soundbite of Mayor Bloomberg addressing that issue moments ago.
The First Amendment protects speech. It does not protect the use of tents and sleeping bags to take over a public space. Protesters have had 2 months to occupy the park with tents and sleeping bags. Now they will have to occupy the space with the power of their arguments.
And so right now the park is still closed. It should be reopened, and we'll wait to hear what that court order gets ruled, although Mayor Bloomberg will be fighting the protesters who want to get back in with tents. He says they should be banned because they are unsafe. Back to you.
All right, Julie, thank you very much.